friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. So this is actually the first video that I'm publicly telling you guys on YouTube that I am going to be launching my own lash brand, which I'm so excited, so excited. If you guys follow my personal Instagram or my lash Instagram, which I already posted, it's Lash. Cute, huh? You would have already known that I'm going to be launching a lash line. So originally I was going to wait until doing like a launch video, but then I thought, you know, I spend so many hours and hours like researching so many things, and I kind of want to just help whoever needs the help. If I could make it easier for a few people, then that's honestly my goal. And I think it'll be fun to share it with you guys. I'm pretty obsessed with everything that has to do with lashes and inventory and unboxing and organization and stuff like that. So I'm thinking I want to do a series kind of like that. I am going to be documenting my whole process along the way until I launch, even after I launch. So stay tuned and subscribe if you're interested in following my journey. You might be thinking, Karen, why did you just start to want to sell like lashes and stuff? And the reason is because I just really love the concept of lashes itself, and I've been wanting to start like a little company by myself, nothing too major. Let's be honest, you think of the worst sometimes before you think of the positive and like what could go right. So my mentality has definitely changed, you know, because I'm starting to do all of this. But before, I did doubt myself, and I thought, well, what if this happens? What if I don't make it? What if I don't sell? And honestly, you're like your worst enemy. So I just decided to let that all go and just manifest positivity, and that's it. From here on out, positivity. So that is basically what made me want to do it. In the future, I'm not going to say that this is what's going to make me be my own boss, but I do want to start somewhere, and I feel like this is the right step towards that direction. So, and I love lashes, even though I don't know how to apply them like the best, but I like them. I don't know if I mentioned, but this style that I'm wearing is my 1992 lash. It feels so surreal and so nice just having like own little unique personality in a lash. It feels really good naming something and then recognizing like that's you. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to get started with a lash business. I'm going to go as detailed as possible, but as brief as possible, you know, because I don't want this video to be a million years long, which it might be, and I apologize in advance. I feel like everybody should know this, regardless if you're trying to do lashes, jewelry, lip glosses, hair, anything really. So I searched a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm just gonna break it down for you guys. That way it's easier if you guys are interested in starting your own business, which I fully recommend. I don't think you have to be super wealthy. A lot of the wealthiest people now started from like nothing, you know? So I feel like that's the biggest misconception that people have. Oh, I don't have enough money, and oh my God, it's a lot of work. Like if you truly want it, you're gonna pursue it. And that's kind of what I was backed up from, you know. I felt like, oh my God, that's gonna be a lot of work. This is gonna be part one, so welcome. Grab your snack, grab your drink, grab your notes and your pen, because you're gonna need to take some notes. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about my lash business, but you could take any information that I give and just apply it to your own business, whatever you're gonna be selling. So the first thing that you wanna do is research. You wanna look into what you want to sell, the colors, the theme, the brand, you know, kind of get an idea, search around, take notes, because when you find vendors and you're trying to customize items, they're always gonna be asking you for your color, your logo, what style, all of that stuff. If there are any websites that intrigue you, make like a Word document. You're gonna have like subcategories of everything. So this is where you could organize specific links, specific vendors, information of what they offer and pricing and what their shipping cost is and how much you have to purchase, all of that stuff. And it's super easy on Microsoft Word, because if you have so much information and you need to find a specific something, you could Control F and then search, you know, lash glue, and then it'll take you to every part in your document that has lash glue. Because trust me, I started clicking through so many websites, and then I kind of lost track of everything that I was doing. So afterwards I started kind of keeping everything organized, and then I knew where everything was and like where I saw each item from, you know. Something that I will tell you guys that's very important right off the bat, when you're looking into your brand, your color, your theme and stuff like that, you want to browse through all the products that you're going to be purchasing along with that. So for example, in my case, my theme is like white and sleek with rose gold. So there's different shades of rose gold. Just personally, it was a mission for me to find every single thing that goes with your brand. Like I wanted everything to match, because I want people to recognize it. So when they see white and then my logo, they would like, oh yeah, that's Lash. You have to keep that in mind. Like if you chose white and black, those are like the most basic colors, but also super clean and super nice, and you know that you're always gonna find those products. There's always gonna be white and black lash glue bottles, boxes, bubble millers, and those are normally a little bit more affordable than if you get like holographic or rose gold or just any color. You know, white and black is always gonna be more affordable. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your theme and your colors, you know. You don't want it to be like chilaquiles worth things are different colors. They're like a similar shade, but like not really. Who knows, that might happen to me. Just write down any ideas, anything that pops into your head at any given time. Just write it down, because you never know, like that might be super useful later on. Based on all the searches that you do, the different lashes, the different glues, the different packaging stuff, you'll get an idea of how much everything is. And it doesn't really vary like a big difference in price. It's normally around the same pricing. It really just depends on like how much you're trying to customize it. The more you customize it, the more it's gonna be, but the bigger of a quantity, MOQs, the less you're gonna spend. For those of you that don't know, MOQ is minimum order quantity. Coming up with a unique name is also very important, because you want to do something that it's easier to find you, like through Instagram. So you want to make stuff that stands out, not only your name, your logo. That way it's just easier for people to remember it. You know, you don't want to have complicated as name, because then it's going to be harder for them to remember. The different websites that you could use for your logo is actually the only ones that I normally use, even for my YouTube thumbnails, is PicMonkey and Canva.com. Canva.com is free unless you do like the professional, which you don't need. I mean, unless you want to. There's a few perks of having that, like different fonts, little things here and there. But if you're just starting, like you honestly don't need it. PicMonkey, I think, also requires you to have a subscription with them. The way that I do it with them though is I just screenshot the picture when I edit it, and then I just import it into Canva, because you can't download pictures from PicMonkey unless you have a subscription with them. There's many other websites that you could use to create a logo. I know you have to pay for some of them, so these are honestly all that I needed. So you definitely want to come up with a budget, because this is going to basically determine how much you're going to be selling your product for and how much you're going to be profiting. You obviously don't want to undersell, so that is very, very important. There's honestly different budgets for starting a lash company. I've heard people who have done it with $100. Now, I would say $100 is probably not going to allow you to customize a lot, so it'll range, and you'll see as you're browsing through vendors and just looking online, you'll get an idea of how much each product is. In my case, I would search a whole bunch of vendors, and I would go back and forth, and I would write down what each vendor had, what the minimum quantity was, what their shipping was, because shipping is another really, really big thing. Something that you want to get might be really affordable, but then their shipping is incredibly high. You want to look out for that, you know, don't get too excited. Personally, I would research a whole bunch of vendors. I would go back and forth in between so many vendors, and I would take down notes of what each of them had to offer, because at the end of the day, you want to get what's best for you and for your brand and your business. Okay, so now let's go into vendors. This is where you're gonna get your products. I could definitely go into more depth on how to find vendors and stuff like that, but basically they're gonna be the ones that are gonna send the items to you, customize them for you, brand them, logo them, all of that stuff. I guess I'll tell you where to like research just vaguely. So there's a few different sites where you would want to get stuff. There's DHgate, there's Alibaba. On Instagram you could find vendors. I personally didn't get any from Instagram. Did I miss any? AliExpress, you could find them through Google. There's a lot of them through Google. And then they have like WhatsApp, so you obviously need to have that app downloaded. If you're Hispanic and if you have family in Mexico, or if your family is just out of state or out of the country, that's what a lot of people use. Correct me if I'm wrong, because before we used to use like the telephone cards, and now it's through WhatsApp, you know? So a lot of us already might have that application, but if not, you definitely need that to contact vendors if you want to find them through Google. I don't know if I purchased anything from Alibaba. I don't remember, because their shipping is insane. It's like 60, 100, and the more quantity you get, the higher the shipping goes. So when I was looking for lash styles, I would go through the different sites and I would save the information down of like the lashes that I liked and the prices that they were, and then I would kind of eliminate vendors from there. You don't want to buy from vendors that sell you MOQ of 10 pieces, because their items are going to be more expensive. I would recommend going with like a 30 to 50 to 100 MOQ. 100 is a little bit more, but like 30 to 50 if you're like starting off like fresh, no platform, nothing, because each product is going to be more affordable than if you do a 10 MOQ. Certain things I'm definitely going to say you need to sample. Like for example, with lashes, you would honestly want to buy the lashes beforehand so you could try them and see if they meet your expectations, because trust me, when you see it on the computer, it looks a certain way. You might think they're super cute online, and then when you try them, you're gonna be like, what the fuck did I just buy, you know? Because think about it, if you were ready to organize and get everything set up for your launch date and you didn't like the lashes, not only are you stuck with them, but you also have to push your launch date back, because you have to now purchase lash samples, because I don't think you would want to do that all over again. So you would have to buy the lash samples, allow time for them to be delivered, and then choose from them, and then contact your vendor and saying, these are the ones that I want, and then allowing more time to receive them again. In my case, I had ordered a few lashes. I'm gonna show you a pair. So online, I thought these were gonna be my favorite, and come to find out when I got them, I was like, wow, they're so dramatic. Obviously, there might be people that are gonna enjoy them, but it's really full and like full. I don't know how else to describe it. So these are some lashes that I had purchased, and they look pretty. You know, they're cute and everything, but they're just really bold. There's one thing when you don't like a lash, if you like the wispiness or the volume of the lash, but you just don't like how it looks on you, that's perfectly fine, because there's gonna be other people that have different eye shapes or that have different preferences as to what lash they like to wear. What's not fine is receiving lashes that are either like crumbled, slanted, mismatched. Like these ones that I had mentioned to you guys, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just a little voluminous at the moment, but who knows, I might have them in the future. Right now, my first launch, I love all of them, but I know in the future people are gonna want either more dramatic or more lighter, and hey, it might not be what I love to wear, but you want to have a variety and you want your brand to be inclusive. Your audience and your customers are going to speak up onto what they want to see next. The other thing that you would probably want to sample is lash glue, if you're going to have that, because you want to make sure that it's like latex free, that it's the same glue that we use here, that it works the same, that it's a strong holding, that it doesn't burn or itch your eyes. Basically that, you know, you just want to make sure that you like it before you order a whole bunch and get it all customized. So it's really up to you whether you want to sample the stuff, but I would recommend you do. Just know that it is going to be a little bit of a longer process because you have to first sample. You know, shipping from China takes a little bit. The good thing is that while you're waiting for that stuff, you could get going with your website if you're going to have a website, your Instagram, which is free advertising, and like your flyers, business cards, all of that stuff. In my particular case, I'm doing 4 styles and I purchased 50 lashes of each style, so in total of 200. There's more than 4 that I really liked, but I want to start smaller and then just slowly expand. I have a small platform here on YouTube, so I was willing to spend a little bit more and buy more product. If you're just starting off and you just kind of want to test the waters, I would probably say just go with 50 to 100 lashes max and see how they do. And then if they do really good, then you go in and you probably want to restock more of the ones that sold out first. I think everything is a learning process, so you're gonna obviously learn as you go. If you're struggling to sell one lash, you might want to just discontinue it or not have as many in the future. You know what I mean? This video is more about the information. The next one, I'm gonna show you all the products that I purchased. I'm gonna read from my phone because this is too much to remember. So basically what I had to search for was my packaging. You could decide what you want to include in your package and how you want to package your each individual product. Lashes in boxes, different customized stickers, and labels. That was to start. And then I went into like glue and other stuff. Okay, so the first thing that I bought were the lashes and lash boxes. And this is because boxes take more time because you're designing them. You kind of have to go back and forth with the vendor with every particular detail. They only answer to you in the nights, so you have to be at very late hours in the night, because when they're working and it's the morning and daytime, it's like night for us here. Something that you also want to make sure, because there's a lot of vendors that sell the lashes together with the boxes, but if you want to get different vendors for boxes and for lashes because you just like their work separately, when you're getting your boxes, you want to make sure that they fit in perfectly snug, because if they don't, it's going to be kind of sliding around and it's not going to look like sleek and cute and nice, you know? I'm gonna tell you guys the hardest thing for me through this whole process so far, because I'm still waiting on a whole bunch of stuff to arrive, was honestly thinking of a name, something that's unique and easy to remember. That along with the color. Actually, the color was not that hard for me, you know, to decide on, but it was finding everything to match to that color. Oh my gosh, that was a mission. Setting up your logo, that takes a while as well. But you know what? Canva really comes through. They have a whole bunch of different layouts and styles, so you could pick and choose, you know, different little things here and there. There's definitely a lot of research that goes into your product, but it's very rewarding. And just think about the light at the end of the tunnel. I know, so cliche, but it's going to be super rewarding. You're going to be so excited and so happy that you did everything, you know? I feel like you just have to work for success. So it's fine. We'll get there, sis. Okay, and then the next thing is thinking about how you want to package your product. So this is where the stickers, the bags, the bubble mailers, the tissue paper, the samples, if you're going to have any, come into play. You also want to start thinking about product names. If you're doing lashes, your lash names. In my case, I already knew that I was gonna have 4 styles, and then I had the names beforehand. So afterwards, when I received the lashes, I tried to match the lash to the lash name that I had thought for it, whatever reminded me of that lash. As far as the website, and this is only if you want to invest in a website, I'm personally gonna do that, which is normally what people are already used to when purchasing online. So we don't have anything to do with that. I mean, you do, because you have to set up the whole website, but the website basically does everything for you. So there's many websites that you could choose from. The ones that I've heard of are Wix. There's some from Google. There's the Square app, or like the Square one. And Shopify, the one that I'm using. I don't know which ones are free. Shopify, I know that it's $30 a month. To be honest with you guys, I didn't research more about the other ones, but what I've heard from my cousin directly, because she has her own Shopify site, you're able to use whatever name you have and put .com, the domain. The reason why I chose this one is not only because, you know, my cousin, I've seen a lot of videos also of people explaining what they really enjoy about it. So one of the things is, yeah, you have to pay $30, but it all gets taken care of for you. You obviously have to input all the information and pictures and set it up all nice and cute, but it's a one-time thing. It stays like that. Something else that's really cool about Shopify is the fact that you could print and ship, you know, from the comfort of your home. I think when I first do it, I'm probably gonna go to the post office just to make sure that everything is good. But I hear afterwards, you're basically able to just like drop it off. Shopify has a certain setting where you weigh your package based on the weight. You obviously need a scale for this, but I'll talk about that in the other video of everything that you need. So when you weigh it, it'll tell you how much shipping is, and then it'll print that label, and then you just slap it on and then take it to the post office. That seems really simple. What I'm still trying to figure out is the address I'm gonna put. I think I could put a PO box. Another really cool thing is that Shopify could provide a tracking number for your customers, but that's really nice because I could tell you from my personal experience, when I buy something and if I don't get it within a few days, you know, you start to wonder, where is it? Is it almost here? When should I be expecting it by? So I'm assuming a lot of people are gonna want to know that too, you know, where's my lash and how can I track it? And that way, as a business owner, you're saving time because you don't have to spend so much time answering messages and DMs about tracking when that's already provided to your customers from the very beginning. Something that I need to emphasize is the fact that you need to print all of your receipts. This is also gonna help you not only keep track of how much you've spent, how much you should sell your product for, but also to know what you purchased and where you purchased it from in case you want to repurchase it. And then the other thing is because everything could be used as a write-off when you do your taxes. Before, people would have to pay for advertisement. Now we could literally use this amazing app that billions of people probably go on and they could find you through hashtags, through the explore page. You know, it's free advertisement, so take advantage of that. As you're doing your Instagram and your website, you want to come up with your hashtag. It could be a couple hashtags that are unique to your brand, because that will make it easier for your possible customers, audience to find you. I will tell you guys though, I'm waiting for a lot of inventory, so I'm excited for you guys to see the next videos to come, and I'm excited to share it with you guys and organize everything. Oh, I'm so excited to organize and just have a little spot for every little thing. Something else that you want to make sure to do is finding a target audience. Depending on how you're gonna market and brand your lash company, you know, you could target your audience to like teenagers, so you might have more themes of what like they like, but you do have to keep that in mind. You want to get your audience and just a whole bunch of people that you attract, you know, excited for the brand and curious about, oh, what is she gonna have, what products, and how's the packaging gonna look, and how's the product gonna look. Just, you know, showing behind the scenes. I feel like people really appreciate it. I know I do. I don't know, I feel like that's something good, you know, where people see the hard work that you're putting into things and they appreciate it more. And then they also feel like they're a part of everything because you're keeping them in the loop as you're, you know, doing like, you know, the packaging and like the shipping, and you're just like engaging with them, because your customers are not only your customers. In my case, they're my friends. I want them to feel comfortable and keep coming back and recommending my lashes to other people. And that's where hashtagging and tags come into play. This is one of the best ways for people to find you and find your brand. Something that I haven't worked on, but I know that it's very important. We all have family members, but you also want to find people on Instagram who are willing to promote your brand. I'm still not like fully 100% sure how I'm gonna do that, because I don't know. I'm probably gonna ask for your guys' recommendation. Okay, so the last point that I'm gonna do, I think I covered everything. Oh my god, this video is so long. It's gonna take me so long to edit. But the last thing is to check what is essential for you. If you're shipping and packaging from home, more than likely you're gonna need a scale and then also a printer, because you wanna include a packaging slip for your customer so that they could see what they purchased. Because sometimes, you know, we forget, like, what did I buy, you know? I know some people say that you could use your phone to print items and print your labels and everything. If you're able to, I would recommend a computer if you have a computer. Some things that are probably not essential is, you know, the website if you can't afford it, or let's just say if you're like, Karen, I don't want to spend a lot of money on, you know, the extra packaging and this and this and that. Just take whatever you want to do with your own brand, because at the end of the day, that's what's great about it. You're the one that manages it and you're the one that's going to be in charge of everything. So you're going to customize it to what you like and what you want to do. And there's always room for improvement. So don't stress over it, because you're going to learn as you go. You know, I've already learned as I'm going, and I haven't even launched. Like, another thing that you might not want to get is like the label printer, for example. I'm just starting, so I just bought a pack of sheets with labels on them, and basically that's gonna print the label for me. I've never owned a business, but I feel like this is how it's gonna work. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay guys, I think that is it. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. And if you guys want me to, I could definitely do another video answering all your questions. This video literally took me forever to film. It was worth it though. Okay guys, so that completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, my personal page, and my lash page as well. I'll wait. Just kidding, you don't have to if you don't want to. But if you do, thank you so much. It really means the world to me, getting your support. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends. This is actually supposed to be a working out like jacket, but I'm not working out and I thought it looks cute, so we're just gonna go ahead and pretend that it's not for working out. Oh my god, my battery again. Oh my god, I don't know how to say it. Oh, I'm being loud. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to do this new thing where I lower my voice, but I get excited and then I start to speak up, so I'm sorry. Hold on, my brain is trying to catch up.